In progress.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Argetina. How are you today?
Good.
Yeah?
Yes.
Are you at home today?
¿Cómo? No lo escuché.
You're at home, not in the car.
No.
Not
In the house.
In the house, good. Well, let's begin, okay? So, the word thing. Thing significa cosa, thing. Okay, so this is a thing, this is a thing, this is a thing. There are two things on the book. Okay, dos cosas. So, Agustina, how many things are there on the book? How many things are there on the book? There are
two
things
on the book.
Yes. What's the name of this thing? What's the name of this thing? The name of
Is
that thing, esa cosa, that thing.
That thing is
a clock.
a clock.
Yeah. Vamos de nuevo. What's the name of this thing? What's the name of this thing? The name of
that
this thing.
That thing is clock.
A clock. What color is this thing? What color is this thing? That thing.
The color is red.
Sí, podemos decir directamente. That thing is red. See, that thing is red. Sin decir like a palabra color. Yeah. So what color is this thing? That thing?
That thing is red.
Red. Yes. Here's Lucas. Okay, so tall and short. Alto y bajo. Tall and short. Is Mr. Brown short, Agustina? Is Mr. Brown short? No, Mr. Brown isn't.
No, Mr. Brown isn't
short.
He is. ¿Cómo es?
He is tall.
He is tall.
Good evening, Lucas.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon or good evening. Yes.
Good.
Okay. Good evening.
Good, ¿cómo?
Evening. Evening. Después de las 5 decimos evening. ¿Sí?
Okay.
Okay, so, Lucas, is Anna Brown tall? Is Anna Brown tall? No, Anna Brown isn't.
No, Anna Brown isn't tall.
Oh, she is.
She is short.
Yep. Scandinavia significa los países escandinavos. No, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Denmark are the Scandinavian countries. Yeah. The people of Scandinavia are very tall. So, Agustina, are the people of Scandinavia short? Are the people of Scandinavia short? No, the people of Scandinavia.
No, the people is Scandinavia is
Not of Scandinavia,
short.
of Scandinavia.
Of Scandinavia.
Aren't short.
Aren't short is
they
short.
They are tall.
They are
tall. Yes. Are the people of Bolivia tall, Lucas? Are the people of Bolivia tall? No, the people of Bolivia.
No, the people of Bolivia
aren't tall.
Aren't tall.
They
are short.
En general, es una generalización. Okay, the word difference. Difference significa diferencia. La palabra whereas significa mientras que. Whereas. So, voy a explicar. We use tall and short for people, whereas we use high and low for things. Okay, in castellano alto y bajo para todo, pero en inglés tenemos palabras distintas para personas que cosas. So nosotros usamos, we use tall and short for people, whereas, mientras que, we use high and low for things. Okay?
Okay.
Agustina, what's the difference between tall and short and high and low? What's the difference between tall and short and high and low? The difference between...
The difference between is
Okay, but
is
por partes.
eso.
Por partes. The difference between
The difference between
tall and short
tall and short
and high and low
and high and low.
is that we use tall and short,
Will you
usar, we use
¿cómo era?
we use tall and short
We use tall and short
for people.
for people.
Whereas, mientras que, whereas
Whereas
we use high and low,
we use
high,
¿cómo es?
high and low for things.
For things.
Things, para cosas. Lucas, what's the difference between tall and short and high and low? What's the difference between tall and short and high and low? The difference between
The difference between
tall and short
tall and short
and high and low
high and low
is that we use tall and short
for
people, whereas we use high and low for things. Very good. ¿Quieres intentar otra vez, Agustina? Yes. Y además, yes. What's the difference between tall and short and high and low? The difference between...
The difference between...
Not the difference, the difference.
Difference. Claro, difference.
The difference between tall and short.
The difference between tall and short.
And high and low.
And high and low.
Is that we use...
Is that
we use...
Is that...
We use...
We use...
Tall and short for people.
Tall and short for people.
Whereas
we
use high and low.
We use high
and low.
High and low.
For
things.
For things. Para cosas. For things. Yeah. Yes. Very good. Okay, so the word asking significa preguntando. The word answering significa contestando. Answering has a W, but we don't pronounce the W. Not answering. Answering. Okay?
Preguntando y answering.
Not answering. Answering.
Answering.
No pronunciamos el W. So,
answering.
Answering. Yeah. So,
answering. ¿Lo que significaba answering?
Asking, preguntando, answering, contestando. Okay. So, Agustina, what's this? What's this? It's a
pen.
I'm asking you a question and you are answering my question. Okay? Te hago una pregunta, me contestas la pregunta. Okay, so what's this, Agustina? What's this? It's a hand. A hand.
A hand. Bien, la mano.
Yeah. What am I doing, Agustina? What am I doing? You are
Steven.
Asking me a question.
asking me a
A
question.
Ya está. ¿Sí?
A-
What am I doing? ¿Qué estoy haciendo? So, Agustina, what am I doing? You are?
You are Steven.
No, 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 no.
Está-
No, you are Steven.
está
No, no, ¿quién soy?
preguntando.
¿Qué estoy haciendo? ¿Sí? What am I doing? Vamos de nuevo. What's this, Agustina? It's a
It's a hand.
hand. What am I doing, Agustina? What am I doing? You are
You are
asking me
asking
a question.
a question.
What are
Bien,
you
estás
doing, Agustina? What are you doing? I'm answering
I'm answering
your question.
question.
Not you question, your question.
Your question.
Question. Okay, what's this, Lucas? What's this? It's a.
It's a clock.
What am I doing, Lucas? What am I doing? You are
You are
asking me
you are asking me
a question.
a question.
What are you doing, Lucas? What are you doing? I'm answering.
I'm answering your question.
Very good. Mrs. Brown, yes. What's this? It's a clock. I'm asking her a question, and she is answering my question. Okay, Mrs. Brown, yes. What's this? It's a clock. What am I doing, Agustina? What am I doing? You are
asking
her
Miss
her a question.
question. Mhm.
Yeah. What's she doing, Agustina? What's she doing? She is
She's asking
answering. She's answering your question.
your question.
Okay, so Lucas, ask Mr. Brown a question. Hacerle una pregunta. Ask Mr. Brown a question, Lucas.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. What are you doing, Lucas? What are you doing? I'm asking him.
I'm asking
Him a question.
I'm asking him a question.
What's he doing? What's he doing? He is
He's
answering
my question.
Very good. Okay, so Agustina, ask Jack Brown a question. Hacerle una pregunta. Ask Jack Brown a question.
What's your name?
My name is Jack Brown. What are you doing, Agustina? What are you doing? I'm asking him.
I'm asking him
a question.
And a question.
What's he doing? What's he doing? He is
answering
my
question.
My question.
My question.
Mi pregunta.
My question.
My question. Very good. Vamos a practicarlo mucho.
Es que lo entiendo, pero se me hace
Sí,
toda una cosa en la
Esta es la idea. Si simplemente lees un libro y después intentas hablar,
Ajá.
no
Eso estaba buscando,
no es fácil.
¿Es
¿sí?
la lesson 7?
This is lesson 9 now.
9.
Lesson 9.
Me quedé.
Yes.
Sí, perfecto.
Okay, so the verb to have. Okay, the verb to have significa tener. The meaning of the verb to have is tener in Spanish. Okay, so we say, I have, you have, he has, she has, we have, you have, and they have. Okay, so we say, I have, you have, but we say, he has.
Bien.
He has.
He has también.
¿Sí? Y después, we have. They have. ¿Sí?
Como cuando es plural es con have y cuando es singular es con, o sea,
Sí.
o
Solo has
más
para
por-
tercer singular. So he has,
perfecto.
she has, or it
Bien.
has
Sí.
también. Okay?
Ujú.
What's the meaning of the verb to have in Spanish, Lucas? What's the meaning of the verb to have in Spanish? The meaning of the verb
The meaning of the
the
verb
verb to have
in
in Spanish is,
is tener.
okay, so when we use the verb to have, we use a contraction. So instead of I have, we say I've. En vez de decir I have, normalmente usamos una contracción. I've. ¿Sí?
Sí.
Cuando hablamos una contracción es simplemente cuando hablamos rápido y comprimimos las palabras, porque en inglés hablamos bla, 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 y juntamos las palabras. Una contracción es simplemente el caso cuando juntamos dos palabras. ¿Sí? He has, the contraction of he has is he's. Así. ¿Sí? The contraction of you have is you. ¿Sí?
You.
Simplemente las dos palabras juntas.
Sí.
With the verb
Right.
have, we generally use the word got. And we say, I've got, you've got, he's got. We say, I have a pen, or I've got a pen. Son iguales. ¿Sí? I have a pen, or I've got a pen. Van a escuchar las dos formas. Probablemente I've got un poco más común que I have. ¿Sí?
I got. He's got.
He's got. Yes, okay. So with the verb have, we generally use the word got. And we say, I've got. He's got. For example, I have a pen, or I've got a pen. See? Okay, so Lucas, have I got two eyes? Have I got two eyes? Yes, you've got.
Yes, you've got two eyes.
Have you got two ears, Agustina? Have you got two ears? Yes, I've got.
Yes, I've got two A's.
Not ears, ears. Ears. Has he got two legs, Lucas? Has he got two legs? Yes, he's got.
Yes, he's got
two
legs.
Yeah. Has she got two hands, Agustina? Has she got two hands? Yes, she's got.
Yes, she's got two hands.
Not hams, hands. See? Have we got two heads, Agustina? Have we got, have we got two heads? Yes, we've got.
Yes, we've got
two heads.
Heads.
One head, two heads. See? Have they got four arms, Lucas? Have they got four arms? Yes, they've got.
Yes, they've got
four arms.
Four arms.
See, yes. Okay. Okay.
They've. Cuando era they have, they've.
Exactamente. So they have got, or they've got four arms. Okay. Vamos a continuar. The word any and the word some. Dos palabras en inglés. Solo una palabra en castellano. The meaning of any and some is algunos. ¿Sí? Las dos palabras significan algunos en castellano. The meaning of any and some is algunos. Pero hay una diferencia. But we use any in questions and negative sentences, and we use some in positive sentences. For example, we say, are there any books on the table? Yes, there are some books on the table, porque es positivo. ¿Sí? Are there any books on the floor? No, there aren't any books on the floor, porque la respuesta es negativa. Yeah, so vamos de nuevo. Are there any books on the table? Yes, there are some books on the table, porque la respuesta es positiva. Are there any books on the floor? No, there aren't any books on the floor. Okay? We use any in a non-specific question when the number is not important. Lo que quiere decir es que cuando usamos any and some, no mencionamos la cantidad. ¿Sí? Are there any books on the table? Yes, there are some books. Si queremos saber la cantidad, hay que usar otra pregunta. How many? ¿Sí? How many
One.
books are there on the table? There are
Luego,
three
book
books.
o books puede ser como de respuesta dependiendo la cantidad
Sí.
o es lo mismo.
So any and some, decimos some. Sí. Or one. ¿Okay? Okay, pero no decimos la cantidad. With any and some, no decimos la cantidad. So the meaning of any and some is algunos. What's the meaning of any and some in Spanish, Lucas? What's the meaning of any and some in Spanish? The meaning of
The meaning of
any and some
in Spanish is algunos.
Agustina, what's the difference between any and some? What's the difference between any and some? The difference between
¿cómo es?
the difference between con D,
Difference. No sé por qué me sale difference. The difference between
between
any
any
and
and
some
some is that we use
is we use
any in questions
any in
and
question
and
some and
negative sentences,
sentences.
whereas we use some, whereas we use some
where we use some
in positive sentences.
in positive sentences.
Very good. Okay, so vamos a practicar con positivo o positiva. ¿Sí? Are there any books on the table, Lucas? Are there any books on the table? Yes, there are some.
Yes, there are
Some books on the table.
on the table.
Are there any pictures on my walls, Agustina? Are there any pictures on my walls? Yes, there are some.
Yes, there are some
pictures on your walls, tus paredes, on your walls.
On your walls. Bien.
Have you got any shoes on your feet, Lucas? Have you got any shoes on your feet? Yes or no? Yes.
Tengo una pantufla.
Yes. Cuentan. Say
Bueno,
okay. Yes, I've got.
Yes, I've got
some shoes
on my feet.
Very good. Ahora negativo. So, Agustina, are there any books on the floor? Are there any books on the floor? No, there aren't.
No, there aren't
any books
on the floor.
Are there any pictures on my chair, Lucas? Are there any pictures on my chair? No, there aren't.
No, there aren't
any pictures on your chair. Are there any chairs on my table, Agustina? Are there any chairs on my table? No, there aren't.
No, they aren't.
Pardon, not they aren't. There aren't.
There aren't
any chairs
and chairs
on your table.
On your table.
No, I see, Jess. There aren't any chairs. Okay, Ahora vamos a practicar con la pregunta how many. ¿Sí? Recuerda que how many es specific. Decimos una cantidad. ¿Sí? Si es un número, decimos el número, pero si no hay, decimos none. No decimos none books. Decimos simplemente none. Por ejemplo, how many books are there on my table? There are 3 books on my table. How many books are there on the floor? There are none. No decimos none books. Decimos there are none. Así. ¿Sí?
Solo que era there are none, que es none.
None significa ninguno. Nada. Zero.
Ninguno.
Okay?
Bien.
So, how many books are there on the table? There are 3 books on the table. How many books are there on the floor? There are none. See? Not none books. How many books are there on my table, Agustina? How many books are there on my table? There are
3 books
on your
table.
table. How many books are there on my floor, Lucas? How many books are there on my floor? There are none. See? How many pictures are there on my walls, Lucas? How many pictures are there on my walls? There are 3 pictures on your walls.
On your wall.
How many pictures are there on my chair, Agustina? How many pictures are there on my chair? There are
none. Picture.
No, there are none. None.
¿Cómo es nan?
None.
¿Cómo se escribe nan?
None así. Se escribe none, pero se dice none. No decimos none.
Es como decir, ¿qué significa? Nada o ninguno. ¿Qué?
Sí. ¿Cómo se dice en castellano? ¿Sí?
No hay nada, no hay ninguno. No sé.
Sí. Nada. Zilch.
Eso.
Zero. ¿Sí?
Zero.
Zero. How many students are there in the lesson, Lucas? How many students are there in the lesson? There are
2 students
in the lesson.
in the lesson.
How many students are there sitting on the floor, Agustina? How many students are there sitting on the floor? There are
none.
none. Perfect. Good. So, how many customers sitting at the table, Agustina? How many customers are there sitting at that table? There are 3 customers.
3.
4, 5, 6, no, 10 customers. 10 customers sitting
Bien.
at the table.
¿Qué es lo que es customer?
Customers, clientes, comensales.
Clientes.
Yes, customers.
Lo
Yeah.
voy a anotar.
See? Customers. See? So, how many customers are there sitting on the floor, Lucas? How many customers are there sitting on the floor? There are
None.
Very good. How many
or none?
None.
None.
There are none. Yeah. Very good. Terminamos el libro. Llegamos al fin del libro. ¿Ok? Lo que hacemos ahora, ¿sí? Lo que hacemos ahora es volvemos al principio para hacer un repaso. ¿Sí? Vamos a tomar un par de clases para repasar lo que hemos visto, para reforzar un poco. ¿Sí? Pero primero lo que vamos a hacer es salir y volver en Zoom 2, ¿sí? Para que no nos corte en el medio. Okay, so see you both in 1 minute.
See you.